Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for coming. I'm Wisdom Seeker Joan, and I am so thrilled to have Scott Scorpio Sun here with me today. Hi, Scott. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, that's great. Um, it's a sunny day and not too cold here in Minnesota. What's it like where you are?
It's 53 right now, but I think it's cold every time I go out. But I like the cold weather, so it's okay. As long
Yeah,
as there's no ice or snow, then
yeah.
it's not too bad.
We had a cold snap, but it was down in the teens and not quite single digits for just a while. But now it's like, oh, 30, 35. That's heat wave. So I think I've gotten getting adjusted. But we want to say hi to everybody who's here: Mr. Maurice Evans Jones, Mystical Thorn, Jackie Jacaranda, and Courtney Adlers, Miss Moonlight,
Nice.
Melody of Annabelle Lee. And I have your question, Mystical Thorn. And yeah, so, and Mousy, um, Paula, and Joyful Journey, Watcher 9997, Karen Robinson. I haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you. And Jessica Lynn, uh, Garnick McLeary Price.
Garnet.
Um, yeah. And thanks everybody for coming. And throw some questions in the chat in all caps if you would like. And we will get to them shortly. We were just
Hi,
talking about
Deanne. Sorry.
that's okay. Just talking about the holiday season and how it's kind of crept up on us. It's 2nd of December already, and it's an exciting time, and things move pretty fast.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Hey, Jen. Joyful Journey. Hey, Deanne. If you didn't hear me before.
Blue Crescent Tarot,
Yeah,
uh,
that's Deanne there.
okay, and Lalima Sony and Tarot Destroyer. Thanks. I've got your question, and
I
Jessica's.
think Tarot Destroyer is a troll.
Oh, okay.
So I think you can press on the
Yep, got it.
right hand side. Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
There we go. There we are. Thank you for noticing that.
And if my voice comes in and out of woken up a little bit with a cold, so hopefully I've been sneezing, but I've been hitting the mute and finding it before I sneeze all over everybody,
Oh,
cough all over everybody. So hopefully it won't be too bad.
that sounds good. Well, let's see if we can get going here. We have a couple of, and please feel free to continue to put questions in, but let's start with our first questioner, Melody of Annalee. I'm in Florida. Should I go to California and arrange to get my things in January? So let's see. All right, let me tune in here. Melody, I'm seeing a clock. So I think the message is moving to California looks fine, but it's all about timing. And I am seeing this clock. It's just at 3 o'clock, which I'm thinking means the first quarter of next year, January, February, March. So let me try with the pendulum. Is it in Melody's best interest to move to California? To move to California? Yes. Is it in Melody's best interest to move to California before the first of the year? It says no. Is it in Melody's best interest to move to California first quarter of 2024? Yes. How about in January? That's fine. February? Yes. A little bit stronger in February. How about in March? Yeah, the answers I'm getting seem to be um, to move to in January, February, or March. And I got from the Archangel deck the Archangel of Patience that says trust the process. So I'm not sure exactly what that process is, but that's what I got. How about you, Scott?
Well, Melody just put just now, no, I'm not moving. I am just going to get my
Oh,
things.
going to get her things. Okay.
Yes.
So that might, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Um,
I thought the same thing. I thought the same exact thing.
okay. Well, I think that then that does say January, February, or March would be good for going there to get your things. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. How about you, Scott?
Well, I got the Four of Wands or Four of Swords, excuse me, and this is the Rest card. So I think that going to get your things is a good idea, but you may want to have a plan and get that plan together. And um, I have a feeling that you've been, um, kind of outdoing yourself, and maybe you need some rest and meditation before you put your whole stamp of approval on doing it right away. I kind of agree with Joan that it would be a good time in the beginning of the year. You got the star, that's hope and healing. So you need to do a little bit of hope, a little bit of healing before you take on a big feat like that. And then you got the moon, and this may be for you to do some shadow work and just to, um, you know, make sure that you're doing uh, what you should be to help your own spiritual journey, is what I'm hearing. So, and then I think it would be a good idea to make plans after that, after you've done some meditation and just being close to spirit, and then decide. Okay, that's what I've got, and that'll give you more time. You said it's a big expense. Yeah, I know it's
Yeah.
a big expense. So, um, yeah, this will give you more time to save up for that. So that's what I would be saved for that.
And as I went through the months, I got bigger swings the further out you went. So just not a huge difference, but a little bit. So all the best of luck to you on that, Melody. Okay, let's try. Mystical Thorn has requested a general reading.
Hey, Natalie.
All right. I'm just getting imagery of reaping what you sow. I'm seeing you out in a field, like old-fashioned times when they hacked down the wheat and bound it up, and there's all these shafts of wheat, and you're just picking them up. Your whatever that you have been working on, it's borne fruit, and now it's time to reap the benefits of it. So I'm thinking that, yeah, and now they're showing like there was just, what do they call it, a sigh or something that you're cutting it down with and taking individual shafts of wheat or those little bundles. There's a name for that that's not coming to me. But then I tuned in again and looked, and there's the big John Deere harvester. So it might start out slow, but things will grow. And whatever that you've been putting your energy to or trying to manifest is going to start coming to you first in smaller ways and then in larger ways. Uh, yeah. So I think that's let's see, and let's pull up a card for you, and you'll be not only bringing in the wheat, but bringing in the love. I got the Archangel of Charity, bring in love. What did you get, Scott?
Well, I got the star again. So hoping, healing. So I think this is a good time to. I'm hearing internal. So having some internal healing that needs to be done. And then as your main card, you got the Two of Pentacles. This is a good card to get. It just means that you need to balance out things a little bit better. and have flexibility, but you can see the balancing that is being done. Don't try to balance too much to where things are going to fall off, but have the balance in your life as far as um, work, school, whatever that is, home, and your other priorities that you have if you don't have work and home or work and school. So that's what I got for that one. And then you got the Hanged Man, and this is just saying for you to look at things a little bit differently. And then you have maybe over the past few years or maybe many years, and because this is a major, and he's looking at things differently, upside down, and getting a different direction. So that's what I got for you, Natalie.
There we go. And let's see, let's try next. Scorpio Mama wants a message from her guides.
I just wanted to thank everybody for the super chats and super stickers. I appreciate those. We do.
Yeah. I'm just checking for more questions, and then we will. There, JR, I got yours. And I think that is probably as many questions as we'll be able to do today. So
Sounds
questions
good.
are now closed. All right, Scorpio Mama, message from your guides. And feel free to jump in, Scott.
Okay. So you got the Page of Water. So this is like the Page of Cups, intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly kind of page. So I'm thinking that someone new might be coming in for you, Serena. And I think that'll be a very positive thing for you. Then you got the Five of Water. This just says not to cry over spilt milk or anything like that. And just look at the positive over the negative. And then you got the King of Air. So I know you were talking about possibly taking a vacation to see your kids. And still, for me, this is on the table as being something that you could do. King of Air, flying to go and see your kids. So that's what I've got for you. I think it'd be a good idea if it's possible.
That makes sense. And we kind of overlapped in two ways on this one. When you said the word page, I was seeing a picture of Scorpio Mama unrolling a scroll and reading what was on the page.
Wow.
Yeah, and you were Scorpio Mama. You were able to unroll it about halfway. So there's new knowledge coming to you, and the word wisdom came. New knowledge and wisdom that you are gaining, and more is coming to you, but there's still like a lot left to unroll. So it's and then at first there were letters and words on the page that I couldn't quite read, but then it turned into pictures of the pyramids and in palm trees and pyramids and desert and just a line, an arrow, a squiggly line with a arrow pointing toward the unrolled portion of the scroll that you're reading this way instead of this way. So there's still more ahead. There's ancient wisdom that is, I think you're getting downloads, and also, maybe it's travel. Maybe it's travel to somewhere warm with palm trees, or just kind of traveling in your mind to ancient times and doing some study and some just listening to some of the ancient wisdom. So it looks like a profitable or a time of a period of growth and further enlightenment for you. I hope that makes some sense.
And Courtney said that she asked a question a while back, I think while she gave her donation, but I didn't see it.
Let's see. I do have Courtney.
Do you
Next.
just have the donation, though, or do you have a question?
Oh, I only have the donation. Let's see.
I think you just have the donation.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Let's see if I can help you find it. Real
Yeah.
quick.
I was just telling Scott that in January I'm having cataract surgery. I'm really hoping that's going to help me read the chat better.
Courtney, you may want to retype your question in
Yeah.
caps for us, if you don't mind. If that's okay with you, Joan.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not.
I'm not seeing it either.
Yeah, it may have gotten cut off.
Yeah, chat can do that. Google StreamYard can do that.
Okay. So we did that. And next, have we done Joyful Journey? I don't think so.
No, not yet.
All right. So what does 2024 hold for Joyful Journey?
And Courtney just put in her question.
Okay. I will go
December.
star that.
Oh, Deanne said her question was held for review. That's why we couldn't see it, because of all the emojis. Okay. No problem.
Okay, here we go. Oop, sorry. Got it. And I do have Garnet and Mr. Maurice's questions. Yes. All right. There. Is this okay? Now we're back. Are we doing Courtney's? How does December look?
That is totally up to you.
Okay. Sorry, lots
You're
of
the host.
I haven't. Let's see.
I think Joyful Journey is here too.
Oh, that's right. Joyful Journey. We were there. And then, okay, let's do Joyful Journey. I'm sorry for all this.
No problem. The questions are closed, guys. Thank you. Just thank you, everybody, for being here. Jen, I've got the Son of Swords or the Knight of Swords. And this might be that 2024 is going to go by fast for you. So I see a lot of things happening coming in. There's a bee with a lot of work. There's this work opportunity for you. And then there's just a fast movement. So I think things are going to come in fast. And when things come in fast, it usually means there's a change. So there's a transformation. You got the butterfly up here. And death, of course, means transformation and transition. It doesn't mean a literal death, but something is going to be needed to, I'm hearing, wiped away with the scythe, right? And so that new things can form for you. And then you got the Empress. So this is just saying to nurture yourself, take care of yourself, and really just make sure that you're putting yourself number one, and then you'll be able to nurture other people in the process. So that's what I got for you.
Yeah, when I tuned in, I saw the calendar pages flipping very quickly. And they stopped on 2 months in particular, July and October. And it stopped on July for a pretty significant portion of time. Let's see. And now when I tune in, okay, so what does this mean? I'm seeing, okay, they're making reference to, the daily tasks of chop wood, carry water. Because when I tuned again to see what July was about, I saw an axe in a stump, and there's nobody there. So it's like July is a time when you can stop chopping wood for a little while and just sit back and relax. And yeah, and now I'm seeing you in a sling chair with a fruity drink, watching the sun go down. And so July, things might be pretty active and busy up until July. And then Spirit, tell me about October. This is another period of a little less activity, but I'm seeing you looking to the left. You're looking back on what you've accomplished in the year up to that. And it's another just sort of pause time, a pause, reconsider, redirect. And I got a couple cards for you. And the first one from the Feathers deck is the Parrot, who said, let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It's time to embrace who you really are. And then from the Archangel deck, I got the Ascension symbol saying, awaken the your inner angel. So I think during those months, in the 10 out of the 12 months that were going by really fast, to just really be sure that you're grounded as you're going through whatever busyness is coming your way. And that will help you get through that kind of quick part of life. So I hope that helps. Not quite used to having this many people to follow in the chat here. Wonderful. And next up we have, let's see, we were going to do Courtney, right?
Right.
There she is. All right. How does December look? What does December look like for Courtney?
Courtney, I got the Seven of Swords, so just make sure this is the tricky card, the trickster kind of card. Just make sure that everybody is who they say they are, and that you're being able to trust the people that are around you. Okay, maybe don't give trust as freely, and just have your boundaries up is what I'm thinking for this one. And then you also got the Two of Pentacles as your advice card. This is the main card for you. So you've got a lot that's going to be happening in December. A lot that's going to be happening. And you need to learn to balance all those things with work and with home and with your adoptive family and all those other things that that concern you. Just make sure that you're taking care of yourself as well, and that you don't stretch this rubber band too hard. Okay. And then for all your hard work and all the things that you've been doing, you're going to get a reward and recognition for that. So I think that good things are going to come out, and you're going to get definitely a rewards and recognition for the hard things that you do. And she runs marathons. She does all kinds of things, a photographer, and then a regular job as well. So Courtney's busy, and just don't want you to go too much to where the rubber band breaks, but I don't think it will. This is happy family card as well. So I do think that this could be you and your adoptive family coming together. All right. Beautiful. So that's what I got for you.
That's a nice reading. Courtney, I saw you as a little stick figure carrying a backpack, and you're kind of like, oh, this is a heavy backpack. And you were trudging along, doing the job, but it was kind of a lot to handle. And then all of a sudden, you weren't trudging along, walking, you were on cross-country skis. First the poles appeared, and then the skis. And all of a sudden, you're carrying the same backpack, but now you're just kind of flying because you found an alternate way of getting where you needed to go. So look for alternatives. You might not do the holidays the way you've always done them, or maybe there's whatever it is in your life. Look for alternative ways to make things a little bit easier, to get the same distance covered, to get the same thing done, but to do it in a little bit different way. Yeah. Finding ways to make things easier. And I got the Blackbird for you. And the message is, the magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now. And good for you for being a runner. But I'll tell you, I did 3 marathons and came back with 2 permanent injuries. So don't try don't be on a ladder all day painting the house and then running long distances, because I ruin my feet that way. So take care of yourself, because boy, when things are busy, even if you can't get the long runs in, it's going out for a run is just the best way to reset. It's wonderful. I miss it. All right, Courtney, and now um, here we have. Thank you very much, Garnet McLeary Price.
Hey, Garnet.
Will Christmas and my birthday be joyful?
Oh, I'm getting a big yes to that, Garnet. I think it will be. You got the chariot. You can see Santa Claus there on the with the reindeer, but it's the same message as the person pushing the sphinx that are going forward. As you can see, these reindeer are kind of stuck and they're not going. That just means you need to push forward, but it's a good push. It will push you in the right direction. Okay. And then you got the two of swords, and so this is just making sure that you're making the right decisions and picking one decision and going with it, and then making sure you take off the blindfold, and then this becomes the peace card. So I see a lot of peace for you in the next month over Christmas and your birthday as well, and something good coming in. So the Knight of Cups is definitely something good coming in for you, and being able to celebrate, I think will be joyful for you. This is bringing in love, so I think that you may be around your friends and family who love you and care for you, and um, I think that it's going to be a good time for you. That's what I'm seeing.
Wonderful. As soon as I closed my eyes, I heard this word, yes, if you make it so. And that doesn't sound like me talking, but so decide what you want. If you want to have a big party, let people know you want a big party, or throw one yourself. If you want to have a quiet time and just maybe go out for a cup of coffee with somebody, decide what you want and make it so. And then also make it so that if things don't go as according to plan, that you can say, okay, this is this. If there's a group of people or something and someone's, whether it's Christmas or birthday, is causing trouble, um, learn how to be the one who can tactfully parry the question or change the subject, or just say, I think it's time to go for a walk. Uh, so that you are managing your own experience. Sort of like play what are the books where you kind of make your own adventure? It's that type of thing. So I'm getting the idea that it's out there, but it's something participative. Um, I was for my birthday. I'm not a big birthday person, so I just went for a walk. And while I was out for a walk, I got a call from my sibling, and that was great. That was all the birthday that I needed, and I felt loved and cherished. And I didn't need the big party or anything like that. But yeah, you just have to kind of figure out what you need. And I got cards for you. Pulled the Robin. New growth and potential is on the horizon. Reach out and embrace it. So, all the good stuff, all the potential, all the love and joy is there, but you need to reach for it. It's a two-way street. And I also got the Archangel Ariel, who's saying, connect with nature. And that's always a good thing too. So I hope you have a wonderful birthday and holiday season.
Awesome.
Yeah. And here is Scorpio Mama. Now we're to your question.
We already did Scorpio Mama,
We
I
did.
believe. Yes.
Let's see. Okay, let's do Mr. Maurice Evans Jones.
Hi, Miss Maurice.
About his current job and finances.
And I just wanted to take a real quick moment, if you don't mind, Joan. Delphi Ross has been in my chats for a while, and her husband has been in hospice and not doing so well, but he did pass away. So I just wanted to bring lots of love and life to you, Delphi, if you're still here. Lots of love and light. So just thinking of you during this time.
Yes, definitely. Thank you for doing that. It's quite a journey, and we'll be with you there. Um, Mr. Maurice, when I tune in, I get a big picture of a dollar sign, and it's big and thick, and it's like this, that thick, and it's colored with, the pattern of a dollar bill, and then the two long lines going vertically. And it's just first it gave me just the feeling of solidity, and then the two vertical lines became what do you call them? Stilts, and it started walking to the right. So it sat there for a long time, just being a dollar sign looking. I'm solid, everything's fine, I'm just here. And then it slowly started to walk to the right, which means future increase, positive things happening. So I think for a while in this year, things will just be stable, which is not a bad thing. And then I think there might be not a, it's not winning the lottery, but there's going to be an increase in financial abundance, or in abundance of one type or another, but I'm thinking of in financial abundance especially. And let's see if I can pull a card. Okay, this makes sense. You got the eagle feather. You're learning all aspects of spiritual connection and reaching new heights. And let's hope that that's spiritual. And as it's referencing a financial question, financial as well. Never a bad thing to get the eagle.
Oh,
How about you, Scott? What
right.
did you get?
Same thing, just in different forms here. You got the sun, so joyfulness and good things coming to you. So I think that your finances are looking up, actually, just like Joan said. And then there's a change that's coming for you. This may be a change in your job, maybe going for a different type of maybe a lateral position. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking that this might just be saying to you, hey, realize that there's other options out there for you than what you're doing right now. It doesn't mean you have to change, but you might just want to look around for other options. Okay. And then you got the hanged man, and the hanged man is upside down looking at things from a different perspective. So again, I think this has to do with your job and maybe thinking, is this what I want to do in the long run? Is this the right job for me? And then you got the chariot. So this could be pushing through your finances and just having a clear budget and making sure that you're sticking to that. And then once you push through things, it will come up very good for you. This is a very positive card. And then you got the three of pentacles. So again, this is good money, good working hard for yourself. And this is also other people possibly helping you. Okay, make sure they're trusted people, and there's nothing wrong with asking for help in either of these situations. So it could be your job or the finances. But that's what I got for you.
Wonderful. Hi to Morella Ricci, and Sun Psychic Jean stopped by. Thank you, Jean. It's nice to see you. Oh, and Tarot Destroyer is back. And I'm not able to, I think it's on your channel
That
this time.
is,
If somebody
that
could,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll get that, and we might not see that it's gone, but I'm sure Jackie has got it there.
Okay, that's great. Sip, sip, yes. And there's a Marie Suide. Um, yes, and thank you for the super sticker for Scott Mousy.
Hey, Morella, forgot to say hi to her.
Yeah.
Cat Mama is here. Arlene.
Okay, next up is Jessica Lynn. So, a message for the beginning of 2024.
I got the Ace of Swords for you, Jessica. So that just means that things are going to be clear. I'm thinking New Year's resolution might be really good for you. Maybe you can get something out of the way that needs to be kind of swept underneath the rug, or just gotten rid of altogether, so that something new can come in. You got the Wanderer of the deck, which is a lot like the Fool card. So this is somebody who's contemplating things too. So a lot of contemplation, I think, for you in the new year. So this could be meditation and just seeking what it is that you want to happen for you, and then going towards that. And then you got the Five of Swords. So again, staying above the chaos and things that might be going on down below, and just knowing that you don't have to participate in that if you don't want to. So if things start happening in this chaos and conflict, then you know that you can stay away from it, and you have the ability to choose what you want to do. And I think just taking the high road is going to be a good thing for you in 2024 as well. So that's what I got.
Oh, Mary, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to do this first, and then I'm going to respond to you. But Jessica Lynn, when I tuned in, I was just seeing these lines, vertical lines of different lengths, and I kind of pulled back from it, and it just looked like static on the outside of a curve. And I thought, what is this? And then the vertical lines turned into like pine trees on a mountainside, and they're covered in snow, so they look white. So they look just like white lines going up and down. But now it's like, oh, they're just pine trees on a mountainside, and there's a beautiful blue sky in the background. And then I'm seeing this from a chairlift going up over what originally was static, and now it's taking shape into these pine trees. So as you were reading, I was just kind of figuring out, well, the static turns to pine trees, and I think it's just as Scott was saying, to just kind of ride over it. There's this energy coming in that might be a little chaotic, a little throw you off a little bit. But once it gels into what it's going to be, you can see that there's a purpose, there's a reason, and there's some beauty to it. But just try to kind of ride over it like you're in the chairlift, just looking out at the beautiful pine trees on the mountainside. And I got a couple cards. One is the nuthatch, who's such a brave little bird. Stay grounded and welcome knowledge and new perspective coming to you. And of course, that's the new perspective is they can go up the tree this way or that way. They can turn upside down and crawl up and down the tree. And also got the Archangel of Mercy, who says, treasure your sacredness. So during this time that might be a little chaotic, stay grounded and treasure your sacredness, and you will get through it in a wonderful way. And
Awesome.
let's see. I think yeah, I think Mary had just thanked me for a reading I did. Here it is. Wanted to say thank you for the beautiful message from her stepdad, and the biggest fan that message brings to me daily joy. Wonderful.
Aw,
And I think Jean helped on that
great.
one too. So I'm really pleased that worked out. Excellent.
Great.
All right. And next is Lalima Soni. Can I have a message for my guides for anything I need to know or work on right now? Lalima. Let's see what we can find out.
Well, Lima, I'm pulled the Eight of Swords, so that makes me think that you may have some things to work on just in your thoughts and your thought patterns, and just making sure that all the thoughts that are coming in there are true. Okay, and that you're not worrying about things that you shouldn't be worrying about, but you're releasing expectations as well of things that could happen, and just going with the flow. I think is important for you. You need to get your rest. Also, you got the Four of Swords, so this is for you to make sure that you're getting the rest that you need, and you know on the weekend, maybe if you're not working, have one day that's just for you, and it could be for meditation and sleep and just getting back the ammunition that you need to keep going throughout the week. And then you got the Seven of Wands, and this is the boundaries card as well. So I would just say having boundaries and not letting anybody cross those is important for you. And you can do that while you're meditating and figure out what your boundaries are, and then use those in your daily life and make sure that you don't let anybody cross them. So that's what I got for you.
Love this. When I tuned in, Lalima, I saw that I saw a megaphone. First it was just the megaphone, and then I saw you shouting through it and pointing with an arm, saying, "No, it goes over here. It does this." You're kind of managing things and telling people where they need to do things and how it needs to be done. It's like you're managing and directing, and I got the feeling that you're not being overbearing. It's you need the megaphone because people aren't hearing you. So it's a way of saying that make sure that your voice is heard and do it in a way so that people can actually hear you. Sometimes we talk and it just kind of bounces off people. So, and whether that's requiring a megaphone and a lot of gesturing, or whether that's just talking to someone quietly at a time when they're ready to open up and hear what you're saying, is up to you. You can read the situation there, but there's something about how you need to stand up for yourself and make sure that your input and your feelings and attitudes are heard. And then there's two messages of balance. One is from the feathers card, a duck. Find comfort and balance in simple ways. You have support all around you. And then from the angel card, I got the balance symbol. So that's kind of reinforcing it. Love will find a way. But there's as long as when you have to use the megaphone and are kind of getting your voice out there, if you're doing it with love rather than with just irritation or whatever else, it will help bring things in balance, because I think you might not being heard at this moment. So that's what I got. I hope that is helpful. And she said, thank you to Scott. Yes.
You're welcome, Lima.
Yeah. And next is, oh, what happened? We will go to JR. Almost a week ago, I had an altercation with a group of people, totally unexpected. I'm okay now, but do you see this being a problem for me in the future?
Mm-hmm. I can see that JR, whatever this was, it really upset you. And you got the Seven of Wands. This is just to have your boundaries up. Try not to let things like that upset you. And if it's, something that they're doing, that they're breaking the law, and then, of course, I would say, get the police involved. But, not going deep into law, that's about all I can see there. But have your boundaries up as far as just um, not letting these group of people take away your spirit. Okay, I think is very important for you. And you get the Five of Pentacles, and this can mean that you're feeling a little bit lonely and like maybe you were ganged up on a little bit. But I want you to know that again, there's the spirit is out there looking out after you and is there watching out after you, and just place your trust in spirit that things will go okay and that you'll be safe. And also you got the Page of Stars, Page of Pentacles. This is manifesting something that's coming out. Okay, so manifesting something that you want, that you need. And if that's safety, protection, then manifest that. Call the Archangel Michael to protect you and to put his blue bright, his blue ray of light around you to protect you. And when you do that, that will come true and you will be protected. So, no, I don't see it being a problem for you in the future as long as you call in the angels to protect you and you manifest that. So, that's what I've got for you. I hope that helps.
Yeah. When I tuned in, JR, I saw you as a figure, like an acrobat in the circus, and you're way up on the tightrope with a bicycle riding on the tightrope, and you have one of those long poles that you're holding to help you keep balance. So this isn't just like, just balance in a regular a bicycle. You're on a tightrope, and it's way up above the ground. So I think what that means is to just be, this is something that can be done, but especially at this time in these circumstances on the tightrope, you have to be very attuned to the energy around you. Like when that end of the long pole you're carrying goes this way, you have to just make minor changes to keep everything in balance. So I think especially for the next couple of months, just be on a state not of high alert, but of being open to and aware of the energy around you. And then at the end, when the meaning of that message finally came through, then I saw like there were all these other people, all these other acrobats standing on top of the pole you were carrying, sort of like a pyramid of people there, and you're on the bike managing it all. So this isn't something that you can't do. There's even, you have the ability to manage this and just kind of when you're in a situation, either put a bubble of protection around you, or just the trick is to just notice that, yeah, this is a time when I need to kind of be aware of my surroundings, be aware of just to be aware and prepared rather than fearful. And when I pulled a card for you, and I got the vulture feather that says, accept the inevitable and let go of the past to welcome a rebirth. So let go of the past and welcome a rebirth to begin. That's not a great sentence, but that's the way it's written. So just kind of don't let whatever happened scare you or change your life too much, but just be prepared, have that pole, and know that you can do this, and just like, okay, this is what I've learned from that experience, and I'm going to bring the good things I learned from that experience forward to protect myself and enhance my ability to be who I want to be in this world. So I hope that is helpful.
Awesome. I love that.
And we did Courtney already, right?
Right.
Okay, thank you. All right. Then I'm afraid I lost someone's question. And let's see, we've got 10 minutes left. So I think we have room for a couple more questions.
Oh, did we lose some questions here? Oh yeah, that was
Yeah, the other
strange.
ones I had been starring the super chat, and so that was what was filling things up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had Chen up there just a few minutes ago, and then
Yeah.
it dropped to one.
Yeah.
Maybe it was because they weren't being unstarred. So maybe when you went in there and you unstarred them, we had
Right.
already done them.
I'd also starred uh, ones that were just super chats, and that's what was accounting for them. So I just unstarred those.
Right, right.
Okay.
I know Mousy gave a donation. Mousy, did you have a question as well? And hi to Annie. Let's say hello.
Oh,
Somebody coming in, Beck.
Delphi said Jonas like Cash Peters. It's funny when people ask me what I do. I said, "Well, I'm kind of like a low rent Cash Peters who can't
Hello.
draw. If I could only draw and be as accurate and succinct and charming as he is, that would be great."
Okay, Mousy says she does have a question.
Okay.
Can you retype that in there? Oh, Charlene did a super chat as well. Okay, Charlene, if you're still here, if you could put your question in caps for us, just in case
Okay.
we missed it by accident.
Yes. K Shade, if you have time, any messages from my guides? Let's do that one.
Okay, Shane, I got the King of Cups for you, or the Father of Cups. So this is the King of Equanimity, who is just solid, doesn't let anything bother him. And this can be a they, so I'm just going to say they don't let anything bother them. They keep their cool, they keep their emotions intact, and ride out the situations that happen and release expectations as well. And what can happen when you do that? Joy, peace, love, success, happiness. Okay, so just continue to do that. All right, and to look at your emotions and try to pull out the best in them. All right, and then you got, interesting enough, Seven of Swords, and this is going to be like the trickster card. May just mean just have your boundaries out as well, and you can still have joy and love and peace at the same time as something else is going on. That's why we are multifaceted people as humans. We have different things that are going on all the time. But this is the Seven of Swords, so I would just make sure that everybody is who they say they are, and just keep looking forward and being your true self. And so that's what I got for you.
Well, this one's kind of trippy, but I saw you out in the ether somewhere. There, you were riding a white horse, and then it wasn't the white horse with wings. I forget the name of that one from mythology, uh, but it was you that had white wings. So you kind of took off above the horse, and we're just having a fine time, you know, flying around up in the ethers. And I didn't get much else out of there. That just that you were spending a lot of time up there. And then when I pulled cards for you, it was the White Swan, and the message there was the power of divine grace is within you. And I think that this is, together with that message, this is a period of growth and development of your spiritual side. But then I also got the Archangel Sandalphon, who said, "Center and ground. Come on down once in a while and make sure to stay balanced by becoming grounded and get out in nature, do some grounding meditations because yeah, even planes and rocket ships have to come down sometime. And it's just, we've chosen to be in this 3D world. And it's great to kind of get away and be off with the stars sometimes. But Pegasus, thank you very much. Cosmic Blue Avian, I couldn't remember that name. And what's the story of Pegasus? Every time he came down to Earth, each time he made like wherever his hooves touched, I think there was a pond or an oasis or something appeared. I don't, if anybody remembers that, that would be kind of fun. But anyhow, until then, just you can do a wonderful meditation of going up with your white wings, having Pegasus kind of launch you and then flying around and then coming back when you're done and just being really sure to ground. That sounds like a fun practice.
Awesome.
Let's see. And here's Mosi, who would like a general reading.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, Mousy, got the Two of Swords for you. And again, this is just these swords are thoughts, they are illusions, they are not real. So if you feel like you have to make a decision about something, just make it and don't dwell on it at all. Instead, let it bring peace and comfort to you, because this again turns into the peace card once you make that decision and remove the swords. And then you got the Eight of Pentacles, and this is your hard work is getting ready to pay off. You're going to get rewards and recognition for the things that you do and that you are really passionate about. I think good things are going to happen. You see the infinity symbol there on their hand, being all things work together for good. So just keep that, keep doing that. And then you got the Five of Cups. So this is again not crying over spilt milk. Just making sure that you know that you have enough going for you, that if you have just little what's the word I'm trying to think of, it's not coming to me. If you have just little speed bumps, that's what I'm trying to say, little molehills that are happening, just look at the bigger picture, that you have mountains of goodness, okay? Instead of looking at the molehills, which are really nothing. Look at the positive in life and just keep going. Yeah, let me give you one more card here. See if we can clarify a little bit. Got the Six of Swords. So this is moving from one place to another and going from a not so good situation to something that is better. Okay, so you may have to get rid of something in your life in order to make something great come into your life. Okay, so it'd be something that you don't resonate with anymore is what I've got.
It's amazing how our readings kind of say the same thing, but in really different ways. I was smiling and nodding while you were giving this message because we were bouncing off each other here. What I saw, Mousy, was you were on a path as a hiker, and in that stereotypical way, those cartoons with the hobo that has a pole or a stick with all of its belongings in a red bandana wrapped up at the, in a ball on the back of the stick. And so you've got your hobo stick with all your possessions in just this little bag that you made out of a bandana, and you're hiking along this mountain trail, and there's the big peak in front of you, but there's lots of trails. There's goes through woods, it goes up and down on a ridge, but you're not worried about it. You know that you're going to get there, and you're already envisioning. This image was telling me I've got everything I need. And you were showing me, yeah, when I stop for lunch, I've got my food. I can unwrap this little bandana, and then that becomes the tablecloth, and I can have my lunch, and then I wrap it back up. And then at night, this is my little blanket. And I don't know how you make a blanket out of a bandana, but you did it. Because you've the messages, you've got everything you need. And you're up and down on this path. And then while you're walking along, you're just kind of happy, and the birds are singing. And you're envisioning taking your pole and making a flag out of the bandana, and you're going to put put your pole at the summit and say, I did this, I got to the summit. But it's not like, that's in the future and that's going to happen. But the key is you're happy and like so pleased with yourself, that I've got everything I need. I know I can do this while envisioning the end thing, but you're also enjoying the journey. And I think that's the key. And it's like, wow, that's a, whatever you're doing, it seems like you're doing it right. You're not like losing the now for worrying about the future. You've got the future in mind, but you're enjoying the now, and you've got a plan, and you've got your and stick and, and your lunch in the bandana. And it's like you don't need a lot, but you just believe that you have everything you need. And when I pulled cards for you for the second time today, the Eagle card came out. You're learning all aspects of spiritual connection and reaching new heights. Um, and I also, from the Angels card, got the Archangel of Joy, prioritize play and pleasure. And I think that means do what you were doing on this hike. Enjoy every sandwich, as they say, and enjoy every step of the journey. And that makes the end result even more beautiful. And every step along the way. So thank you, Mosi, for taking us on that journey. That was really fun. And thank you, Scott, for coming. I really enjoyed reading with you again. And thank you, everybody,
Same.
for coming and participating and putting up with me not being as slick on dealing with all the starring and comments as Scott is. But I really
You
enjoyed
did
it.
great.
Anyhow, have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye,
Bye now.
everybody.